Paltanchi, in Bandarban district, lies in the extreme southeastern part of Bangladesh. The tough environment and decades of social unrest have made this place one of the most vulnerable regions in Bangladesh. Life here is far from easy.
Earlier I was very poor. Life was very difficult back then. There was not enough food. I had to go for day labor to survive.
We used to entirely live on jum. It contributed a little to our survival through the whole year. There were days when we didn't have proper 3 meals a day. At times we had to live on bamboo shoot only. Sending children to school was a luxury, which we couldn't afford.
We had to work really hard to ensure food and education for the children.
This project in CHT is really important for us for a number of reasons. It's a very strategic project because it's working with groups of people who have probably among the worst nutritional indicators in Bangladesh. And it's also a forgotten emergency. It's a post-conflict area. We're now 17, 18 years after the signing of the peace accord, but there are still some unfinished agendas there that need to be addressed.
For people living in remote areas, most of them have very little access to services. They have also very little access to markets, roads, small infrastructures.
The Jum farmers are living in a situation where it's an environmentally fragile area, and so it's very difficult for them to be able to produce sufficient food.
Normally they produce 100, 200, 300 kilos of rice, of grains, which of course for a family of 4 or 5 is really not enough. They need to have some coping mechanism. So it is a problem that needs to be addressed.
To address the situation, FAO started their work to diversify the livelihood options of these people. Through provision of inputs and effective training, the farmers are now able to utilize the existing resources in a sustainable manner.
The way that FAO is working in this particular project is with the knowledge and the expertise. It's being brought in a very simple way, and therefore it's very easy for people to grasp.
After receiving the training and the inputs, we are now better off than before. Now I am producing vegetables on the beds in my homestead so that they don't get washed away during monsoon.
Nowadays, we don't have to buy vegetables from the market, since we're growing our own.
With the money I have received from FAO, I bought 7 hens and 1 cock. Now the hens are laying eggs also. First time I earned 3,000 taka, and second time I earned 6,500 taka after selling the chicken in the market.
Previously there were no poultry sheds. I kept the poultry under a basket and many used to die. Now I keep the chicks inside the poultry sheds and all of them are surviving. The feed that I have received from FAO is helping the chicks grow faster and also the hens are laying eggs early. I have earned 1,800 taka by selling poultry in the market. Now I know how to preserve quality rice seeds, which I never did before. Previously, I used to keep both the grains and seeds together since I didn't know the difference. I used the same grains as seeds for jum that I kept for my own consumption.
I used to keep seed inside the basket and sack. Rats and pests used to damage the seed. Now I keep the seed in the silo the FAO has provided, so the seed remains safe. I used 60 kilograms rice seed and got a yield of 1,000 kilograms from my jum this year.
I harvested 700 to 800 kilograms, which is a lot more than last year.
Now we get more rice from the jum. We never had such great yield ever before.
It is, I think, very good practice and good experience for all of us. From the government, we have many things to learn from this very two successful interventions into remote areas of Chittagong Hill Tracts.
You can see people really accepting the new things that they learn, they put it into practice, they can see things growing, they can see their income increasing, they can see their nutrition is improving, therefore they feel better. And by seeing them feeling better, it makes us feel better too, and hence it makes the tax sphere in Europe hopefully also feel better.
Following the support from the project, these people are enjoying a better life and now with their positive mindset are enabled to carry on to a better future.
By selling a chicken, I get 300 taka. Now I have money and I can pay for the children's education. One day they could become doctor or engineer or whatever they wish to be.
I don't want my children to experience the same sufferings that I went through. After selling the fruits from the saplings, first of all, I will ensure my children's education. Then I will save some money and build a new house. That is my plan.
Of course, this doesn't mean that there is no need for further support. We've achieved very good results in Sajak and Tanchi. There are other areas in the Chittagong Hill Tracts, particularly in remote areas where more support, this type of support is warranted.
Still, in our poverty mapping, the 3 hill districts are still lagging far behind. So we need this sort of development intervention should continue in future.
Livelihoods in the Chittagong Hill Tracts are based around food security and food production for the majority. And so FAO is very much committed to helping those people farm in a more sustainable way and try and bring themselves up out of poverty and improve their food security status, improve their nutritional status.